The first week wasn't too bad. I was tasked with writing a written article on culture. It wasn't too bad. I did the Eat Street markets, which is, food's something I'm passionate about, and so I found that easy to write. And I've had a lot of experience in writing articles these first 2 years of journalism. Today I had to do video on lifestyle. Again, I did it on a food topic, meat-free week, but it was my first real video actually going out, videoing someone, getting them in the right position, getting good audio and putting a face-to-face interview. Probably just sourcing talent and actually getting the video and the audio. Like, it's one thing to ring someone up, record the conversation, then go back to it, or ring someone up and just grab a few quotes off them. But it's another actually going and videoing them face-to-face. It's very, you've got to be working fast and on the ball, and there's no time to sort of slacken off or take any breaks. And at the end of the day in journalism, we've got deadlines to work to, and if we can't meet those deadlines, which I didn't reach my deadline today, I'll probably cry myself to sleep tonight.
Thanks. This week.
Social media was exciting. It was, firstly setting up the promos was pretty fun. We sort of got to take the cameras around, just see what each and every person was doing. Put it together. I suppose it got the creative juices flowing, and then got it done about 12:30, and then it was good for the next 2.5 hours to sort of have it a bit easier. Everyone's stressing out trying to hit deadline, and I'm there taking Snapchat and Instagram photos. Absolutely, because at least those who aren't here in the newsroom, so people not in our class today, were able to hop onto Snapchat. See what was going on today, keep up to date on Instagram as well, and then Kale, who had Facebook and Twitter, keeping people updated with what was being reported on today. So I absolutely think it's handy. Just that we can reach our audiences through the number of ways with which we can reach our audiences, and it doesn't have to be, it can be something as simple as a photo of the newsroom going on the Snapchat story. Well, I had previous experience in radio through past subjects and an internship I did with ABC. However, once again, me and Monica, we sort of started organising it pretty much the day before, so organisation is key. We didn't have that chemistry on air, which made it a lot harder as well, as we're trying to understand each other, same sense of humour, and yeah. The first radio thing we did, we had about 6 weeks to prepare this 30-minute radio show, and that gave us a lot of time to sort of get to know each other, me and my co-host, and we were just a lot more organised, which meant everything flowed much more smoother. We had Trent as our EP. This time we pretty much put it together in 24 hours. It was just poor organisation. We just sort of got to that stage and we were like, oh, wait, we've got to do a 30-minute radio show. And then got onto it. Whereas next time I think we'll be more prepared, where we organise meetings with our group the week before, regular meetings, just to sort of, establish roles early on, and then basically set it out so we can walk in on the Thursday morning and put our show together. Topic editor was it was fun. It was something different. I had to be on top of who was in the report team that I was taking care of, and that was sport. And I was constantly going back and forth with them, seeing where they were at, regularly checking their work, make sure it was up to standard, and then staying back at the end of the day, just basically improving on what everyone had submitted. As when deadlines occur, there can be mistakes. So improving that and then just publishing. I probably wouldn't change much. I thought it was a relatively simple role in terms of, just constantly being on top of the team that I was in charge of, and and yeah, editing stories and publishing them to the website. Breaking news was interesting. It was I was scared in the lead up to breaking news. I was just, what if nothing's happening? What if nothing's happening? But I found the night before that there was going to be a volunteering expo, and it worked well because that would tie in with National Volunteers Week. So that was handy, and I sort of got straight onto it the moment I got into uni. Yes, one slight problem. I had the iPad set up on a tripod, microphone plugged in, and I was down on the ground untangling the cords, accidentally pulled on the wrong cord, and the iPad has just gone from about 5 feet in the air onto the concrete and smashed the screen. Taught me to unplug the microphone, untangle everything, and then do microphone last, and have the tripod set out much wider. You've just got to basically be on the ball, be aware of what's happening around you. There's always going to be something happening, some more hard hitting than others, but I felt it's something happening at uni. It was a nationwide, tied in with a nationwide event, so I think it worked well. It was vital because the way journalism's going, especially with like social media and that, news is, as soon as it breaks, people can access it, and now with Twitter and Snapchat and that, everyone's a journalist almost. So it's not up to journalists to break the news anymore. I was the big boss. I was given the power. It was a new experience. I was like top dog in a way, where radio basically had to answer to me. I went in there, looked at their shows, suggested changes, came back, spoke with Sean, who is obviously head honcho around here, after Trent Thomas. And then it's a matter of, relaying that information back to radio, and whilst I may not agree with your decisions, it's probably what's best for the show. So there were times where I said, go forth and follow through with this story, when they may have just wanted to stay as they were. So, but it was for, everyone's benefit at the end of the day. And I think that was, I guess that's a real sort of positive that comes with it, is that, you've got that power there, but you're also working to, you're in a position where you can make, drastic improvements to a show. It was good because I was able to go in there, see how their shows were set out. There were times where maybe one important subject was further down in the show when it should have been, straight up when the show kicks off. So I was able to, I guess, make a couple of informed suggestions that they could take on board and, help the show run smoothly. Oh, Jesus. One word. Say authority. Absolutely, because you're working with, these people are like your workmates, and at the end of the day, you're a team working together to produce a product, and that is the radio show. So, if there's bad apples, if there's poison, it's not going to go anywhere. So, whilst you do have that person who's there, making improvements and helping better the show, I think it benefits everyone at the end of the day.
You're done now. Next week.
Newsroom. I'm not going to say that on camera. It was good because there were elements where I was thrown in the deep end with some subjects. Infographics. I didn't even know what infographics were before this session. I do know what infographics are now. I copped an absolute roasting for my infographic, but I took it on board and produced a fairly decent infographic. This was my first time when I covered Meat Free Week. That was the first time I actually, took a tripod and camera, set it up, and actually interviewed people with a microphone. And once again, that was me being thrown in the deep end. I had no previous practice at it, and still got a story done. But yeah, it's been good. So a lot of new experiences. I've learned different. I've been immersed in different roles. Sort of gotten a feel for everything that's involved. And yeah, it's been a really enjoyable experience overall, and it's greatly improved my knowledge of what goes on in a newsroom. So far, absolutely, because at the end of the day, like along with when I did my work experience at ABC Radio, you see there's people there that are in charge of getting a story on not only the website but then also on social media, and you've got your radio people and your producers, and they talk to someone in a higher position. So I guess what I saw there translated into here. So what that tells me is that this class is based on an actual real life newsroom. We're all working to deadlines. We all sort of answer to someone higher, I guess, as well. It's done. Let the gin and tonics flow.